second.
Would be.
Whoa!
Hey! Look at us. Welcome to the new Ramble. D.
Oh, hey, also video.
Also, but mostly radio. Here we are.
Predominantly video.
Oh man! Hi everybody. This is Eddie Johnson. Do this 3:59.
Woo!
3:59.
We're coming for you, Ramble proper.
Coming for you, Ramble proper. So you think it's just you and I today? And it is. We teased this. We teased it. He's gonna go see the new Scorsese, the 3-hour Scorsese movie tonight, Killers of the Flower Moon, and then and he also told me he was dead tired because he drove to Houston yesterday to see his Astros get beat by my Texas Rangers. I don't know. Look, I said it before. The Rangers are playing with house money, so I'm just going to enjoy it. If it lasts all the way, Eddie, I'll enjoy it all the way. Does that make sense?
Dude, I called it before. You guys are the Nationals of 2019.
Because the Nats, no one really it's every series the Nationals were in up until the end. It was like, oh, good for them, but it's about to come to a close now, right? Yeah. It's, oh, good for them, but this is it. Oh, good for them.
They're not beating Milwaukee. They're not beating the Dodgers.
Right. Oh, good for them. Good for them. So, hey, man, I'm very happy so far. And that, dude, that's the thing I never understood about Marley, about baseball is that the one sport where you would think it wouldn't be? But is that the one sport maybe where the coaching or the managing is most important? I don't know because the Rangers have primarily the exact same lineup they had when they sucked shit last year. And now Bruce Bochy has them.
I think it's more they're baseball managers. They're managing. So it's it's a lot of managing people and knowing when to play certain people and when not to play people and what order to play somebody and all that. Like, it's all of that. It's all the strategy of when to steal, when to bunt, when to hit. I mean, it's like there's so much strategy involved.
I guess I think with a good manager is you want the person who can bleed their baseball IQ into the team, right? Is that kind of like, because I don't know if
makes the right decision in that moment. Every moment is different and needs a certain decision, and you have to make the correct decision in that moment. Whereas basketball, I think it's like you could just have the best basketball player in the world, and the coach doesn't have to do much.
Here, just give him.
I don't think. You got to manage some personalities, and that's about it.
That's about it. And that's where Phil Jackson's genius comes in, right? Is he had these guys work together. He was able to get them to work together. Now, another feather in Phil Jackson's hat is Jordan and Pippen didn't do shit until he got there. But what's interesting is I don't know if you saw the game last night. The Rangers Astros game.
I didn't. I missed it.
So the Rangers won 2-0, and late in the 8th inning, still up 2-0. Altuve's on first. I think it was Bregman for the Astros. He hits one, dude, and it's gone. I was like, oh shit, tie game. And there's this weird nook in the Houston outfield at that Minute Maid Park where the outfielder for the Rangers, literally the last step before hitting the wall, he catches it. And it's an out. And Altuve sprints back to first base. But the outfielder threw it to the second baseman, who then catches it and then makes a show in front of the umpire that he's stomping on the bag. Right. And they called for a replay. And Altuve never tagged second.
He never tagged
back. So it was a double play. That doesn't happen last year with the Rangers. Do you get what I mean? I think that's the manager, is just puts that into their heads.
Everyone has to know, everything is situational awareness all the time in baseball.
You have to be, and I think that's the reason why the Rangers are in the playoffs as opposed to last year when they
Baseball more than any other sport is situational awareness.
Right. It's crazy. That's what when a certain guy's at bat, they bring the outfield in, that weird. To me, I would never do that. I'm like, well, fuck.
No, the outfield shifts left or shifts right. I mean, there's all sorts of different Like just the minutia of the game, the situational minutia of the game is.
I couldn't imagine that stress. You know what I mean? I could not imagine being the person who has to make those decisions, right? Like I would.
And then every batter in the lineup has certain tendencies that pitcher has to know, that manager has to let the pitcher know about.
Hey, this guy's gonna do this. Like,
and they like, oh wait, I got this other dude in my bullpen who's much better against this hitter, so let me bring that dude in. Like,
and maybe risk this guy who's hot on the mound right now, and. It's crazy.
It's situational awareness. It's crazy.
It's fucking Anyway, look at Eddie. We just solved the sport of baseball. How long has baseball been played?
Over 100 years, 150 years.
Just took us under 6 minutes.
Under 6 minutes to
wow.
Let all the Ramblers know about baseball and inform them how to watch it more
how it
intelligently.
Worked. You know. I never gave a fuck about baseball that much as a kid. That was my least.
Neither did I. I wasn't.
Sport.
I grew up as a football fan, and
then
in college I really got into the NBA, watching the NBA because it was Jordan era and the Rockets. That whole like early mid '90s, the Phoenix Suns were a fun team to watch.
So good. The NBA.
So that's when I got into.
Good.
And it was my favorite Lakers team ever was Nick Van Exel, Eddie Jones, Vlade Divac, Cedric Ceballos, and Eldon Campbell.
Dude.
That was my favorite Laker team ever.
I don't know if the Lakers should have any regrets or what ifs about that period of time because they ended up becoming a massive dynasty again.
Yeah.
But I always wondered what if Eddie Jones lived up to his promise and then you would have had Shaq, Kobe, and Eddie. That would be like having Jordan and Pippen with Shaq.
They traded Eddie Jones and Vlade Divac for Kobe.
Was he part of that? I thought he was with Kobe for a year.
No, I think he was part of that deal.
He might have been part of okay, then never mind.
I don't know. It was either Vlade or Eldon. I forgot who went with him.
It was Vlade. Vlade went to Charlotte for
Vlade and Eddie Jones both went to Charlotte for the rights to Kobe.
To Kobe, yeah. I don't know why I thought Eddie Jones and Kobe were teammates for a season.
I don't think they were. I could be wrong, but I don't think they were. I think because I was a big Eddie Jones fan, and when they
me too. That guy was awesome.
I have an Eddie Jones jersey.
No, a Lakers one.
Yeah.
That's great. Oh, that's fucking great. I really thought he was going to be the next Scottie Pippen.
I thought he loved it. Him and Nick Van Exel was such a... And then you had Cedric Ceballos just being the garbage man and cleaning up everything under the basket.
Two guys who came to the Mavs hoping to be what they needed, and it didn't.
Yeah.
Ceballos, although Nick Van Exel was way more instrumental. He was actually... The Mavs got really close with him as their sixth man. That was that Nick Van Exel teardrop floater. Oh, was there a prettier? Just
so good.
Just he gets right past the fucking free throw line and then just that teardrop.
The townhouse I lived in college, we had a basketball court in the backyard.
Yeah,
and we would literally go out there every day and try to recreate the
teardrop.
Teardrop.
Oh, that was one of the coolest fucking. Man, the great Nick Van Exel. Man, God, what an absolute. He was so much fun to watch. And now, two sports that we've just
look at that.
I don't know what else.
Two sports.
What are we? I mean, what the fuck else do they want? You know what? I'll tell you this.
These people.
These fucking people. Guess what though?
What?
We have a new king of the hill.
What?
Locker Miltic has been dethroned, and meet the new boss. Same as the old boss. Seahawks fan, 1987.
There he
Brian
is.
Hill. Keep it up, 5 stars. Keep up the good work, bros. You make the world a better place. From your big fan, Seahawks fan, 87. Thank you, Brian Hill, Seahawks fan. And we also have some listener email, Eddie. This is from.
Okay.
So guess what we can do now? We can kind of bring this back. Jake Pauley, Palsy.
Please. I can't call him Palsy, though, right? That's bad.
That's not good.
Palsy's not good.
I love the new segments. Thank you, Jake. My wife has never been finger banged harder than now. There we go.
If we can change relationships one finger bang at a time, then we've done what we set out to do.
Hello. My favorite segment is the fictional fan fights. I love the back and forth, but I had an idea. What if you guys picked a bunch of people the same genre job maybe, and then put them in the tournament March Madness style? Then we could vote on the winner, and at the end, never find out who wins. This is an idea only Skeletor could think up of. He's had more influence on the show than we know. Love you guys. Love the show. Fuck cancer. Fuck the Giants. You know, Jake, love you. Thank you. And I agree. Fuck cancer and fuck the Giants. I'm 2 for. He's 2 for 2. He's 2 for 2 on his you know what I mean, on the things he wants to fuck are the same things that I would like to that I would enjoy fucking as well. And my God, the poor. I mean, I almost feel bad for the Giants after that game last night. I
wish I could.
I know to be handed. Okay, as you and I both know, as teams who have come up on the business end of a Hail Mary that didn't work out, right?
Yeah.
And the heartbreak in that. And the only thing you can hope for is maybe there was a defensive pass interference to just give us one more and it never happens.
No.
It fucking happened.
It happened to them.
And they blew it.
I don't feel bad for them because last season, Washington was playing the Giants in Washington.
Yep.
And they had a play at the end of the game, and we threw it in the end zone, and the dude practically tackled the Washington receiver.
No flag.
Before the ball even got there.
No flag.
So the Giants deserve this 1-5 start.
That's what they get.
They deserve it.
And guess what? 3 sports we've just solved for 3 sports. It's just our knowledge just is so
much.
It's just,
and we haven't even gone into the wheelhouse of comics and movies. We haven't even gone into our wheelhouse.
We haven't gone into that. We haven't gone. I thought you were saying our wheelhouse of soccer and hockey, which are there. Now, speaking of comics, Loki season 2. My goodness. I didn't like the beginning of the episode because I'm like, what the fuck is happening?
Yeah, you text me in a panic going, I think they uploaded the wrong episode.
Skipped an episode. Because it just started, like, there was no, episode 1 ends where Loki just gets dragged out. You think he's all right now, but there was no confirmation. There was no, thanks.
Well, I kind of dug it because it was sort of like a prologue in a book. Episode 1 was sort of like a prologue. Like, okay, we're just setting everything up, and then episode 2 is really, this is where we're going now.
And I guess it seems like the Who Killed Laura Palmer of Loki season 2 is going to be Loki is hell-bent to not only try to find Sylvie, but figure out what the fuck happens at the end there, right? That's kind of, isn't that what it is? Like, it's why was the TVA in such chaos at the end?
Why did that happen?
I don't know. I saw that too.
There was like a thumbs up came
right
up on your screen. Was that because you gave a thumbs up and then it did a thumbs up?
I'm trying it.
That was weird, wasn't it? Oh.
No, you know what it is?
What?
I opened up my. I have to fidget.
Oh,
I opened up my AirPod.
Oh, let me try mine.
Let's see. Wait.
No.
What the fuck?
Come on. Fuck.
Now it doesn't want to do it. It's like Michigan J Frog. Now it just doesn't want to. Hello, my baby. Hello, my honey.
Hello, my dog.
Now it doesn't want to. Anyway, man.
Sorry.
No, that threw me too. I was like, "What the fuck is that?"
Why is there a thumbs up?
But yeah, I just I was like, "What the fuck is happening?" Then you settle into the show, and I thought it was another good another solid episode.
Solid.
Wish
I like it.
I want to know what the fuck. I mean, I think that great ending. I'll say that with Sylvie having that whatever TVA golden ticket equipment that Kang had at the end of season 1. The fact that did she create this McDonald's world that she's in with that thing just to have her little corner of the universe.
I mean, she took it off of He Who Remains after she killed him.
Yep.
And now is she the one sort of controlling the timelines and making things splinter? Like, what's happening?
It's very interesting. Is this their way out if they want to get rid of Jonathan Majors? This seems to be like, this is just, here are outs. We're either going to have Sylvie become Kang or Boros become Kang, or something. We're just in case. These are our outs here.
And it was interesting how they were going through and pruning all those timelines. So I guess they sort of cut everything back down to. It looks like everything was cut down to one timeline.
To one again. But then how is Sylvie still existing? Because hers should have been gone.
Right.
because it's gonna be I want to see what the fuck happens there. But that was, and I did like everyone at the TVA suddenly giving a shit about the pruning.
Yeah,
like it was where you see them in the times before, they would have no problem just nuking a timeline. Remember?
right.
And then now they're like, oh shit.
Well, they all realize they're all variants, and they came up from all these timelines.
It was a great little subtle thing. Now nothing will be as great, I think, as far as a character turn or a change, right?
Yeah.
But it reminded me of it. It reminded me of what I think, and hey, maybe this is blasphemy, maybe there's better, but I thought the one moment, and I liked Force Awakens, but the one moment in Force Awakens that gave me genuine goosebumps, it wasn't even seeing the Millennium Falcon for the first time, because you knew it was going to be in the movie from all the but it was the other line from the trailer when Han Solo just says, it's real, all of it. This is the guy who, when you first meet, says ancient weapons and hokey religions are no match for a good blaster at your side, kid. And then he's like, it's fucked. This is all real. I don't know what to tell you. This is all real. Like Jedi, the Force, Luke, it's all real. Like that. And I love those moments, right? And I thought that was a cool, to pardon the pun, variant on that in this. Is when you see the TVA, like, well, these are all lives that are being ended. When before they had no problem, just let's go wipe it out. They need to be pruned, let's wipe it out. I thought that was I thought that was a cool moment. I think my only bummer is I wanted more Ouroboros. I thought he was just so interesting in the first episode.
Well, the first episode was so OB heavy.
Yeah, and I was like, well, shit, I kind of want to see, because now it's just leading to more. This guy's up. There's something going on with this dude.
Yeah,
and now it's like, let's fucking see it. Like that's. I mean, of course, they probably won't.
Well, there was that one moment where he's got the when Loki and Mobius have that data, that time pad with the thing hooked on it, and then he hands him he's like, oh, I wrote the manual on that, but it's like that thing was just created because it was manipulate. It was altered.
Right. They altered.
So he's like, "Oh, I hear you. Read this. I wrote the manual on it." So I'm like, "Is he bouncing? Is he aware of all time at one time?"
He is. I think dude,
and bouncing around.
This motherfucker's a Beyonder. I'm telling you. I'm calling it. He's the Beyonder. He's the goddamn. And I'm sorry, but I don't know if you have it or not. You probably don't. But remember, you bought Colton a brand new video game last night.
Yeah.
Or yesterday afternoon. And I don't know if you remember, but when you opened it up and you opened up the packaging of the PS5 game, inside was a letter from Mr. Football where I said, hey, tonight the Giants are going to get a hope at the very last play with but they're going to get fucked again. He probably pass interference that wasn't called, but they're going to blow it anyway against the Buffalo Bills. Mr. Football.
It's I'm Mr. looking Football. For it. I put Colton here somewhere. I'm trying to find it. Sorry about that.
It's all right, but I'm just telling you. If you know my track record as Mr. Football, I'm just kind of thinking.
I found it.
Okay, yeah. Look at that. Wow, right, the inside, right there, inside of a video game.
14-9.
Inside.
I don't know how you know these things.
Hey, come on.
You not only get the point differential correct.
Yes. Yep.
The 5 points. Who picks a game? Oh, they're gonna win by 5.
Who?
But you pick the actual numbers, 14-9.
It's Mr. Football,
insane,
buddy.
It's crazy.
So I'm just putting that confidence here in Loki season 2 and saying Ouroboros is the Beyonder, and that's, I don't want to say you heard it from Mr. Football, because Mr. Football will only pick
football.
Sure. That's it.
Right.
Only football.
But that's 3 weeks in a row you've been correct down to the actual score.
And I mean, do you mind if I toot my own horn on the magic? The magic tricks involved, the inside the peeled orange. That was,
I don't know how you do that. That's a whole other thing I don't even want to get into.
And here's, okay, do you mind if I peel back the curtain a little bit more?
Sure.
You got that game for Cody at a GameStop in Costa Mesa, which you never go to.
No. Never go to that GameStop. We just happened to be driving by it on our way when we were out.
Right. And Mr. Football knew that would be the place to put the
I had no idea. I don't know how you knew I was going to be there buying that game at that time.
Right. And it's an adult game. It's a porn game. No one would probably buy that for their kid anyway.
No.
It's just
And it was the fourth one back in the rack. It wasn't even the front one. Because I always I know you're up to shit, so I try to pick a random one.
Right.
And you got me.
Oh God, this is. Well, I don't know how this is going to go because Andrea just walked in because she has to speak to an employee who was just let go. But
wow,
we have contractual obligations.
Sorry.
So.
All right. Well, here we go.
As fun as this has been, we do have contractual obligations.
Okay. Skeletor. I don't know if you probably just heard. Andrea's getting ready to talk to someone who's been let go of their job. Have you ever had to lay anyone off of a job before?
Yeah.
Well, Eddie, that's a wonderful question, and I'm glad that you've asked me that. The Big S tries to be as forgiving as possible to those who are doing jobs. But here's what I bet nobody saw coming, okay? This is my wit on display, okay? The only time I fired anybody was Eva Lynn, and it was in the middle of a blowjob, baby! You get it? I was like, you stupid bitch, you know what the fuck you're doing? You get it? A blowjob. See, I fired her from a blowjob.
Got it. Good job.
And she went to the unemployment office, of course, but she's still gone because, I don't know if you know this, but she tried to get her unemployment money, and the unemployment office is you heard about the DMV? Is what they call it in California, right?
Yes.
It's the same kind of monotony here, except it's even bigger because it's inside a large cavernous hall. And that's He-Man's mother's pussy! It's 2 for 2, motherfucker! 2 for 2!
Okay. Of course he was going to do the most obvious blowjob.
Yeah. He's always doing it.
I fired the sorceress from a hand job. You get it?
Oh man, Jesus Christ! Does he just like a joke book, like dirty jokes for 8th graders?
I think it's Truly Tasteless Jokes, Volume 4.
Truly Tasteless Jokes. God,
he's pulling from.
Cody, Cinesnob Cody, the Cinesnob podcast.
Let's get him. Let's get
Loquisha.
Crocodile Dundee 2 moved
Fix
up.
Crocodile Dundee 2. We have to.
Which you know what? I'm even thinking. I was watching Crocodile Dundee 1, and there's a transphobic there's a transphobic joke in that film.
There is.
It doesn't age quite well.
At the bar in New York.
So I'm like, okay, now does that bump Crocodile Dundee 2 up above?
Get above notch. That's because that
you ding the first one because of that joke.
Isn't the transphobic joke what endears him to everyone at the bar? Isn't that when the guy's like, "Hey, he's cool," right?
Yeah,
I think that
was because the trans person runs out in shock because she just got her
Dundee grabbed her wiener, as
right.
Like, I know
sexually assaulted her, basically sexually assaulted her,
and he's the hero for that.
And everyone in the bar cheers her because it's that dude's she's a man. It's just.
Do we owe Sean Crankle an apology? Because we were really we went all in on him, not saying Crocodile Dundee didn't age well.
Right, possibly because I did watch it again. I think when I was in Vegas, I was watching it on the TV in the hotel room, and I was like, oh, I forgot about the trans joke.
Yes, and that's what makes the other guy go, "Hi, he's cool."
The pimp, the
pimp.
the stereotypical pimp,
the stereotypical pimp,
he's
slick
cool.
Oh man,
that whole bar scene. If you took that out, it's a near perfect movie.
Now we're back to a near perfect movie.
If we could just edit out that bar scene, I think we're fine.
Oh man, Eddie, where can all the fine folk find you?
5 days a week, Patreon.com, The Ralph Report, and then
is.
Tuesdays, Fridays, Ramble Radio, Wednesdays, Ramble Proper.
You know what I say to that? Ta-dow! That's what I say to that. You can find me at the same Ramble places. You can find Eddie and Cody. I'm also on Twitch and Kick at Retro Rocha, playing old video games most weeknights, and also on YouTube. On my YouTube channel, do the same fucking thing, baby.
Yeah.
So there we go. Tune in. All that good shit. You know where to find us. You know where to love us. We'll be back tomorrow for a Ramble Proper. No, now that's the bread and butter, right? That's
where we make the money. That's where all the money's made.
That's where all the Hemp Vita money comes from.
Yeah, that's where
all the hemp. It's funny. A lot of people don't know this is like because of just the Hemp Vita money, and we don't really know. But could you mind if I tell him, Eddie?
No, go ahead.
Eddie's in Dubai right now because of the Hemp Vita. He's actually into. We just his estate in Dubai, he just kind of built a few of.
Well, I had so much Hemp Vita money, I could actually recreate the exact same apartment building that I live in LA. We built it in Dubai.
So sometimes Eddie goes to Dubai for a taping, and then sometimes whatever.
Yeah.
Hemp Vita.
But that's the only reason I go to Dubai, just to tape.
Just for the
just
taping.
To say I'm in Dubai.
Just to fly in.
I don't really need to go there.
You're coming back tonight. You're basically the minute you're done recording, you're flying back home.
And then I'll fly back to Dubai for Friday's Ramble Radio.
Right.
I'll do Ramble proper in the States, but I'll go back to Dubai.
Okay. See?
Just
Hemp
cause.
Vita, baby. Hemp Vita.
All that Hemp Vita cash.
All that Hemp Vita money is rolling in. All right, stay safe. We love you guys. You know where to find us. Do it. We'll see you tomorrow. Take care, everyone. Bye.